Hello, my friends. Welcome to this live stream. I barely have enough energy to get through this live video, so please let me know if you're watching live because every bit of energy is being used to produce this live video. First trimester feels. Feel me? Feel me? Okay, so first of all, again, always with the glare on my glasses. I don't know why it does that. It drives me insane. Okay, so first of all, this live video is going to be for, well, everybody that wants a bump date. So hang tight because we're going to talk about that. But secondly, it's going to be for anybody who is either a runner or wants to start running and doesn't know how to start that, is afraid of getting injured, which was me most of my life. Or if you're pregnant and expecting like myself, or you're in that first year to 2 years of postpartum, also going to be really useful and helpful for you to hear what I'm going to talk about next. So I'm actually going to have to physically go in here and change this privacy settings to make sure that everybody who's watching me can actually see my stuff. And so if you're watching and you know anybody who is a runner, hi Kari, hi Angela. Anybody who is a runner or wants to start running, tag them in this video, or expecting or postpartum. Really? I'm glowing? You guys are so sweet. Thank you for saying that. I feel the opposite of that. I feel like not that right now, but that's very sweet of you. Thank you so much for saying that. So bump date, let's begin with I have AC in my house. I'm wearing a sweater because it is actually cold. For those of you that don't know, I have lived since January in a house that had very little to no AC in Florida. In January, February, in March, it really wasn't that big of a deal because it was really cool here, so it was fine. But then April through now, it's been horrifically hot. So it is very hot here, and our AC just wasn't cutting it. It was way too small for this house forever. It was 12 years old, but it should have never been put on this house. It was just way too small. And when we decided to do the job, we then discovered that the whole house needed to be gutted, and the AC project basically had to be started from scratch as if this were a new construction home, which is a lot of freaking work, and it's very expensive and it's very time consuming. It took them 4 days to get all of the work done, if that gives you any sense. And by 4 days, I mean from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. I don't mean like a couple hours here or there. I mean, like they were here all day long for 4 days. So it's been a lot. It's just been a lot of work, but I finally have air. We all do in every room. And it's so wonderful. As you know, when you're pregnant, you tend to run hot. And that is definitely true for me. Typically, I'm cold all the time, but now I'm like burning up, and this no AC thing was really not working for me, which is part of the reason why we decided to go ahead and just do the work that needed to be done now. We didn't want to have a baby and be in the middle of that. So it got done. Second part of a life update is that we are officially like 8 weeks, apparently. I thought we were farther along. It was 11 weeks. It turns out, according to the ultrasound, I'm only 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks, which really blows my mind because I have no idea how that happened. The timeline for that does not work out, if you know what I mean. But Miracle Child decided to show up, so Miracle Child is here. So far, everything seems like it's going well, and the child will stay. I've had no signs of anything other than the pregnancy will persist. I have had several miscarriages, so that was kind of like a sensitive subject matter to even talk about the pregnancy so early, but it feels like that's not going to be the case anymore. So this is another rainbow child. Santiago is a rainbow child, and this is another rainbow child, so I feel blessed to have 2 of them. And I can't wait to see how that's going to go down between the 2 of them. I don't have any more details. There are some extra studies that I need to do because of my heart defect. For those of you who don't know that part of my story, I was born with a congenital heart defect, so it can be genetic. And when I was pregnant with my first son, not only was I monitored my entire pregnancy by a cardiologist, but my son had to have a cardiac echo fetal echo when he was like 33 weeks or something like that. I was pregnant to make sure he didn't have any defects. And so this one will also have to be monitored for the same reason. So this journey is a little bit more complex than a normal pregnancy. There's definitely more steps than, just the basic stuff. But we are in pretty good spirits about it, and we're feeling hopeful and excited. And I'm feeling very calm, which is strange, but it's true. I have a calmness about this whole situation that it's going to be just fine. And for any of you who had a first kid and maybe you were like me and you had really bad postpartum depression, horrifically so, and so that's kind of deterred you from ever getting pregnant again. At least that was my story, and I didn't want to do this ever again. It's been a really happy surprise to notice how different my mental state is now, 5 years later, than it was when I had my son. And that all of the work that I have done in the course of the past 5 years, internally, externally, in every way, has really served me. And I feel like I'm in a place of acceptance that I could have never been at when I first got pregnant. So I don't know if that will be comforting to anybody, but that's what I have discovered. And I was really nervous that I wouldn't feel differently. So I wanted to share that part of my story. Kari says, it's not, she's here. Well, surprise, surprise. She is definitely ready to make an appearance, I feel. Okay, so I have some groups that I have been kind of marinating in and not really talking about. First of all, because the first group I'm going to talk about, which is my group for my runners, I was not super excited about doing because I'm not a runner, but I was excited about doing something different in my fitness routine that I don't usually do. I love to weight train, as you guys probably know, and cardio is not my favorite, but I do it. But I'm not a runner. So when my company announced this program, I was kind of like, well, that's cool because that's different, but I wasn't super like, yay, running. But I know my friends that absolutely love to run, like running is life. And I also have a lot of friends that want to start running. Now, as a massage therapist of 8 years working with chronic pain and injury, I saw a lot of runners get injured. A lot. I have clients who are in their 40s with double knee replacements. They were marathon runners. I've seen that over and over and over again. Hip issues, knee issues, da 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 da. And so I was like, dude, running is a mess. Like, why do people do this? But as I started listening to the trainer who developed this program, oh, hey, you made it. Oh, thank you so much, Erica. You're so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. As I was listening to the trainer who made this program, I was struck by her conversation around running and how she was like, people do get injured because they don't cross train. They think that you can just run, and that your body's not going to break down, and you can't do that. Like, you have to cross train. There has to be a combination of a resistance training and weight training and running and flexibility training so that you can sustain running and be a really healthy runner. And I was like, that makes sense to me. Knowing what I know about running and the body and weight training, this makes sense. So then I got really excited about the program, especially for people who love to run or want to run and don't know where to start, because it's very unique in the sense that, Beachbody has made programs where it was basically just, working out indoors with weights or whatever cardio you can do indoors, but we've never taken a workout program outside. There's never been a program where it's like you can put in headphones and go running or do something outside and be coached while you're doing that. So I was really excited for that kind of a concept. So I'm actually going to play a clip from that program launch right now for you guys to watch. It's like 2 minutes. And if you're interested in it, we can talk more details later, but I just kind of want to introduce this and maybe show you some before and afters as well, people who have completed the program, the pilot group, and some of the results that they got physically. Yeah, it is a metaphor for life, right? We can't just train in one way. We can't just do one thing in life. We have to be well-versed in all these other ways of being in life to have a successful life. Just like with running, you can't just run. You have to have flexibility training and, resistance training. And so true. It is just like a metaphor for life, for having a balanced life. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick and show you this intro vid.
240 million people around the world are runners. And you wonder, what are they getting out of it? The answer, the best runner in the world is not a cheetah or a horse. It's us. We outdistance every other creature on the planet. This didn't happen by accident. It's our design, and that design keeps us healthy. Running reduces our risk of heart disease, lowers blood pressure, helps with weight loss, boosts our immune system, improves bone density, and more and more. So if you're not one of the millions getting those health benefits every day, how do we change that? By teaching you how to run the right way with the 30-day breakaway. Here's the deal. A strong runner is a stable runner. A fit runner is a faster runner. So each day, you start with 20 minutes of muscle-building weightlifting. And then, in a Beachbody First, you pop in your headphones and go outside for a 20-minute fat-blasting run with your trainer. Or you can hop on a treadmill and run with your there. And which trainer helps you crush the finish line? One that is a total beast in the gym and an all-star on the track. Beachbody super trainer and national track champion Idalis Velasquez. Shot in both English and Spanish, she'll put you through fast-paced resistance training, followed by run training at the pace that's right for you. And that means if you need to walk it out, you can, until you feel like you're ready to jog, and then to run. And on the final day of the program, you'll complete a 5K. Yep, that's over 3 miles. And right now, you're probably thinking, no way. So did the people in our test group. Then, on day 30, they all completed a 5K, whether it was in a race or on their own. Every single one of them did it. Every single one. People who never ran in their lives. Now it's your turn. You are going to love everything about this program because you were born to run. So break away from your routine, break away from your comfort zone, and even break away from your living room. This is your 30-day breakaway.
Are you ready to break away? Follow me. Let's break away together.
Love. I love her energy so much. By the way, she is a badass. She's also a mom of 3 children, which we're going to talk about her in a second because she also has pre and postnatal workouts as well. She is an absolute badass. Her workouts are the real deal. She holds, I don't know how many world records in Puerto Rico for just being an amazing athlete in general, long jump, running. She's insane. And I just love her energy. I also love this program is going to be bilingual. I think that's such a cool opportunity to get the Hispanic community, mi gente latina activa y moviéndose. I think that's so freaking cool. So that's the intro for 30-day breakaway. And it has, like it said, it's split into 20 minutes of resistance training and 20 minutes of running. And it's either an audio coached running, or if you're on a machine that has video component, you can plug in your phone and there's like a video to follow along. If you want a sample workout, I can give you one. So just drop me a line or comment below that you want the sample workout, and I'll send you the sample of the weight training and also the sample of the running audio so that you can feel it for yourself. I do not feel good running right now. So running is not happening for me. I'm waiting to get into my second trimester to do the weight training component of her program because I love her weight training. So I'm really excited to do that. So yeah, that I'm going to share next some of the results that have come out of that program, which I think are worthy of sharing. So here is 30 days, by the way, guys. This is a 30-day thing. Lost 7 pounds and 9 inches. Okay. Lost 3 pounds and 15 inches. This is a perfect example of how pounds don't matter shit. Okay. Like this is the perfect example of poundage versus inches and why photos matter so much, because a photo will really show you how far your body has come. Do not be fooled and do not just track pounds. 5 pounds and 6 inches. Remarkable. Lost 6.5 pounds. Look at that definition. Lost 7 pounds and 9 inches. That postural correction. 13.5 pounds and 12 inches. 7 pounds, 11 pounds and 12.5 inches. By the way, I am loving how many different bodies have done this program. Like, please notice how many different bodies completed this program and got results. This is not just for one type of body. This is for any body that wants to experience a really strong running and resistance training program and who wants to have success in it. Okay, so don't be intimidated if you're like, I don't have a runner's body, I'm too heavy. No, you're not. You can do this. Okay, you can do this, and we in a group will help you do this. Look at these results. These are just astounding. These are so good. So this is in 59 days. They repeated the program. So good. I thought these were excellent. So impressed. You got it, Erica. I'll send information your way. So that is my running program. It's a 30-day program, so it's only a month long. So right now it is available to coaches. So all of my coaches have access to this program, and all of my what we call VIP members, meaning that they signed up to join one of my groups as a coach, not to run the business, but to get our discounts, because as coaches, we do get discounts on supplements and nutrition programs and all that kind of stuff. So it's on early access for them. It will go live, I believe, to customers the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. It's either the 19th or the 27th. So right now I can't give it to any customers unless you guys want to sign up as what we call VIP members. Then you can have access to it right away. So I need to write your names down on a wait list and make sure that I send you guys your emails when it goes live. So that's why I'm saying reach out to me and let me know if you want the samples. And if you do really like it and you're pumped about it, I can get your information down. So when it goes live, I can actually send it to you. So that is for my runners. Now, interestingly enough, Idalis comes into our next conversation of expectant and postpartum moms. Why? Because she is also a creator of those programs. So different than what I did right now, I'm actually going to take you into my fitness library, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to show you the meditation program I'm doing right now, which is in the library for everybody to do. So let's say you sign up and you want to do 30-day breakaway. You're like, yes, I'm pumped about that running group. I want to do that. You will also get this meditation program. So you could very easily create a morning routine for yourself that is 10 minutes of meditation and 40 minutes of a workout every single morning. And in an hour, you have won your morning with these two routines. Okay. So let me take you behind the scenes into my library and show you what I mean. Okay. So this is my library. This is actually the pre and post natal. I already went in there and opened it up for you guys, but I'm actually going to go back because this is the meditation program that I'm doing right now. And it has its own calendar. It has 21 meditations. I'm actually, as you can see by all of the blue lines, I'm on day 6. So this is my one for tomorrow. This is the one for the day following. They have so far been super amazing. And what's very unique about this program, it's not just a meditation. This is Susie. This is the creator of this program and the creator of the Unplug app. Which paired with Beachbody. Basically, they did a partnership and they created this program together. Now, before every meditation starts, she actually does an introduction to that meditation, and she teaches one concept, one principle about meditation that's really powerful that people might not know. Maybe it's about breath or about mindfulness or about stillness. And then she closes the meditation when the meditation is done with like the instructor completes the meditation and the screen fades and she comes back in and she does another teaching moment. So not only are you getting the benefits of meditation with just 10 minutes of meditation a day, but you're also learning something about meditation and about the rewiring of your mind, which I think is really cool. I think she does an amazing job of that. So this is what I've been doing when I can't work out. I'm at least showing up and doing this. All right, so this is the library. Of course, there is a whole lot of things for everybody in here. So when you join, you're going to get access to this entire library for a full year. That's part of the membership when you join. So right here is what I want to talk about because we have so many different types of pre and postnatal training, strength training, yoga, circuit training, core, cardio, dance, low impact. There's a lot of different kinds and there's a lot of different calendars. Okay, there's pre and postnatal bar, there's breath work, there's enhancements, there's support videos for trimester specific information. Here's Idalis's trainings per trimester, and she also has them in Spanish as well. Here's Autumn Calabrese on active maternity workout per trimester. Here's pre and postnatal yoga with Desi. some other yoga that's safe. These are her Bar Blend program, her regular program that she refilmed with pre and postnatal considerations in there. So these are different calendars, obviously. So what I'm doing for the group is I'm creating a custom calendar for anybody who joins, and I'm putting together all of these workouts according to like trimester specific. So if you join our group and you're like, well, I'm already in my second trimester, I'm already pretty active, then your calendar would start from second trimester onward. If you're brand new, you just found out you're expecting, that it would start from the first trimester. If you're postpartum, then you would get postpartum direction on how to start recovering postpartum. So this is something new. I've never done anything like this before, but because we have so many tools available, it's such a nice thing to be able to offer. And the other really cool thing about the pre and postnatal fitness is that a whole nutritional component has been added to it that didn't exist before. So now not only are you going to get workouts, but there's actually our two main nutritional courses, which are Ultimate Portion Fix and To Be Mindset. They each have a way of using the program for pregnancy and postpartum recovery, which I love. So they have created these nutritional sub-programs for expecting and postpartum moms and nursing moms, which I think is so brilliant because nutrition is something I hear women struggle with all the time. Not only when they're pregnant, but afterwards, because they don't have a lot of time, because they're feeling zapped of energy, because they don't have, the imagination or the energy to get, really nutritious food in. So how can we make that easy, and how can you make that more systematic? So I love that was created for these programs. I think that's such a cool thing. So I am having a group called Bump and Beyond starting, and that's what the group is going to be about. It's going to be for any expecting or postpartum moms that want support, and you're going to receive a custom calendar depending where you are and your level of experience. So maybe you are, let's say, second trimester or even third, but you haven't been really active. You probably need to start in the first trimester window where it's a little less twisting, a little more basic moves. So it really depends. And this is where you filling out that form. So if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, then YouTube down in the details, Facebook right in the title of the video, there's that health assessment form. And that's your opportunity to tell me where you are and what you need help with. This is your opportunity to tell me exactly what trimester you're in. Are you active? Are you not active? Or if you want to join our running group, it's your opportunity to tell me, are you a runner or are you not? Do you have experience or do you not? Because that's also going to change the way that I coach you and support you and help you and the resources that I have available to you. So that form is for both groups. So depending on which group you'd like to join, just let me know in your responses, basically, what you'd like to do. Now, I also want to show you something else because this is a new feature that was added. Of course, we have our nutritional courses, which, by the way, are now free. Our nutritional courses are now free with any bundle when you join any of my groups. They used to be add-ons, like $100 a pop. They're free now, which is insane. So I love that about them. But they added something else called Nutrition Plus. And Nutrition Plus is actually, so when you get your bundle, you get 30 free days of this. If you don't want to keep it, you don't have to. But for anybody who really struggles with food, this might be one of the best assets you've ever received. And I just got a ping in my office that there was an update. Every month they update this Nutrition Plus app. And so I want to share you guys what was updated for this particular month, so that you guys can kind of get an idea of like what is featured in this nutritional support. Oh my goodness, it signed me out. Sorry guys, I have to sign back in. Oh my goodness, it signed me out. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this month, the monthly fix and the mindset membership. So the monthly fix is Ultimate Portion Fix. So that really goes with that style of eating, which is a container system. It's the way that I have enjoyed eating the most. And so this month, what they're talking about in the monthly fix and Nutrition Plus is metabolism. Get the scoop on why metabolism is important and bust some of the most common myths. This month, you'll also find out what your food is going to cost you calorie and exercise wise, so you can plan your Halloween indulgences with confidence. Plus, you'll have access to delicious fixate recipes like pumpkin bread. So it's a little bit of extra support covering, like, it's almost like a group coaching app is what it is. So you get catalog of meals, grocery lists, and private support in a Facebook community. And mindset membership, which is the other nutritional course, To Be Mindset, she's talking about food labels 101. So how to read your labels, how to choose your foods, how to avoid things like sodium and sugar content, things of that nature. So it's more in depth than just getting the nutritional course. It's literally like having a nutrition coach in your back pocket. So for 30 days, you get to check that out. If you don't want it, or you're like, that's not really useful information for me, then you don't have to keep it. But I think it's cool that people get to see it, because food is the biggest issue I run into in any of my groups. People can exercise, they can meditate even for a few minutes a day, but when it comes to changing their eating patterns, that is a really difficult conversation. I've said it before and I'll say it again, food is extremely emotional. It's extremely personal. It's not an easy thing to address. In fact, most of the pushback that I get, or most of the fears that I get when people are nervous about joining a group, is the food component. And, to get the results that I'm showing you, there has to be a marriage of really changing your lifestyle internally and externally. It's not just about going out there and running or lifting the weights. It's about really changing the way that you nourish your body. Now, what I can say is that as a company, they've worked really diligently to make programs that make healthy eating sustainable, that don't take away food groups, that don't restrict you, that don't create that mentality. In fact, their blog is constantly full of the best treat recipes I've ever followed. Clean treats are the best because you can enjoy them and you don't have that feeling of oh, I feel so heavy in my gut. And they're so good at giving you all these options for how to plan for your holidays, for example, how to plan to enjoy the treats, not how to avoid them or not how to substitute them, but how you can enjoy them, but enjoy them in a different way or enjoy them in a balanced way. And so that's what I love the most about their approach to nutrition, is that it's very holistic and it's not about restriction or taking things out and limiting entire food groups, which I am vehemently against for lots of reasons. But I think if you struggle with food issues mentally or physically, eliminating whole food groups and stigmatizing them really creates a lot of drama mentally. And even if you see a certain physical result in your body, you will be struggling forever with the mindset behind that. And so that's what I try to avoid with my clients. I don't want my clients to get into that space. I want them to stay in a healthy relationship to food where they're not looking at food as good food, bad food. They're just choices and they get us closer to the goals that we want, or they don't. But either way, we're not demonizing food and creating that hostility in our relationship to food. I think that's super unhealthy. For myself right now, pregnant, aversions, cravings. In my second and third trimester, I tend not to have this as much. I also feel fuller faster because I don't have a lot of space in my body. But in my first trimester, I've noticed both with my first child and now I'm starving. Women who don't eat anything because they're sick all the time, that's not me. I have nausea and I'm starving at the same time and I can't seem to eat enough. That was definitely the story with both of them. And it's well, I don't want to eat any raw vegetables right now. I was used to eating salads all of the time. And now it's I can't stomach that. I want to eat a lot of cheese. Okay. It's not always going to be where we are, but this is where we are right now. So all of that to say that learning to honor the seasons that we're in and flowing with whatever comes, but also learning how to do that in a healthy, mindful way, I think is really important. And I've learned how to do this because of this work, because of working with these groups, because of helping clients, because of helping myself. So now I'm in a position where I can do this work very deeply because I have experience, years of experience helping people traverse this kind of stuff. Yes, Erica. So I have made a ginger lemon iced tea that I drink when I get nauseated, but honestly, I'm not really nauseated anymore. I'm starving now. I am just straight hungry 24/7 now. Even drinking water, nothing stops the hunger. So it's an interesting place to be right now. But yeah, those are my announcements and my updates. Again, if you'd like more information or some sample workouts, let me know. I do have a sample workout for bar, the pre and postnatal bar blend program. If you want to just see what that feels like in the body, I have a sample of that I can send to you as well. And again, these groups are all starting towards the end of October. So drop me a line, let me know. And if you have any questions, of course. And if you are expecting and you're watching this, congratulations. So happy for you. And happy to support you in your journey. And if you're ready to take on running and you're intimidated but excited, congratulations. This is going to be a whole new adventure in your fitness. And I'm excited to help you get to that next level. All right, my friends, have an amazing evening and happy weekend.